Well, it's been a mad dash today. From my home in Missouri, I left at 5 this morning, and at 2 o'clock this afternoon, we're here in central Nebraska with our buddy Jade Skunkle. Jade and his brother got some unbelievable property scattered around Nebraska. He's got whitetails, mule deer, antelope, predators. You're gonna see why Nebraska should be on your list of places to go deer hunting.
Oh, that's a good one. Get him. Look at that girl go.
Here we go.
We got a double.
You got him.
Good one.
Getting after that to happen any better.
That's a good little.
He ain't done.
Oh. They just don't get any better than that. And that's why we make this long trip to Canada.
Every chance I get, there's a place I go where the bass are biting as the sun hangs low. There's a feeling I get that I hope will never end. Hey, Larry and Bob will take me there today. Outdoors in the heartland is like coming home to an old friend. Outdoors in the heartland.
Your quality Ford dealers present Outdoors in the Heartland with Bob Richardson and Larry Woodward. Outdoors in the Heartland is brought to you by Ford and your quality Ford dealers. Strike King, #1 in fishing lures. Triton Boats, we take America fishing. Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here. Scent Blocker, nothing gets you closer. And Tree Spider, the new world of tree stand safety.
I would think these deer can change, tell that things are changing. It's been like 70 degrees here this week, here in Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri. And today's the day the weather's broke. There's only been highs in the 30s. There's a good chance of snow coming tonight and tomorrow. And I think some deer will be trying to feed up ahead of this system, they can tell. We're all about scent control. I've got like 2.5 layers of scent blocker on. We've sprayed down with Trinity Blast, but the thing about a blind like this is we can keep these windows closed, and it's like being in your pickup. I mean, there's very little scent that's gonna get out of here. And we're gonna keep these windows closed until we got action. It's gonna look a little funny, you know, the lens going through this glass at some angles, but when we get some action, we'll pop some open. Now you can see 2 deer just came out down here, and Bob is sitting in a redneck hay bale blind right over there, about 400 or 500 yards from us. Oh, I'm closer. I think it's another really young deer, probably this year's fawn. All 3 of them, I think that's what they are. And that's typically what comes out first.
This segment of Outdoors in the Heartland has been brought to you by Timber Ghost Ranch. Hunt, explore, relax. This segment of Outdoors in the Heartland is brought to you by the Whitetail Institute of North America. Research equals results. And S4 Gear, meeting the demands of nature and those who tame it.
4-pointer out here just past the tree stand. See, he's right there making a scrape. Hey, Heartland, big one. Oh yeah. That's a mature deer I'm shooting now. Oh wow. He's gonna work that branch. That's great. All right, here he comes. He's limping kind of too. Yep. Yeah, here he comes. He's looking back. Like, okay. Ready? Yeah. I got him. I tell you what, hunting up here with Jade Skunkle, Central Nebraska. Nice, heavy 10-pointer. Never gets old. Things usually don't go this well for me. Come out here and get put in the right place by the right people, and things happen. Oh man. I never seen a 10-pointer I didn't like. Nice buck. This is the first deer I've ever shot in Nebraska. I've been a lot of places, but hunted turkeys in Nebraska. This is the first time I've shot a deer in Nebraska. And man, am I proud to get that.
It's a fish on. Right kind. Right kind. Well, hard to believe, middle of May, catching fish on top water. But, oh, this is a good one too. Look at that girl go. Oh, what a pretty fish. What a pretty fish. What a way to start a day. You know, here we are, Atikokan, Ontario, one of Larry and my favorite place in the world to go smallmouth fishing. What a way to start a day. There you go, girl.
This segment of Outdoors in the Heartland has been brought to you by Mossy Oak. It's not a passion, it's an obsession. This segment of Outdoors in the Heartland is brought to you by IQ, Center the Dot for the perfect shot, Block Vault, Get Locked In, and Glendale, the biggest and toughest 3D targets in the universe.
Well, hard to believe, middle of May, catching fish on top water. But, oh, this is a good one too. Look at that girl go. Oh, what a pretty fish. What a pretty fish. What a way to start a day. You know, here we are, Atikokan, Ontario, one of Larry and my favorite place in the world to go smallmouth fishing with the guys at Canoe Canada Outfitters. Just pulled in here. Have not made probably half a dozen casts, and look at that pig. Come on, turn around here. Look at that. Well, as you see, it didn't take Larry long to pick up his topwater. He's got the sexy dog. And what I'm throwing, well, That's our favorite lure up here, the Spitting King. With the sun coming out, I like that chrome and blue, a lot of reflection. But what a way to start a day. That's a smallmouth. That's a smallmouth.
Yeah, smallmouth pike. Here we go.
Little guy.
Well, I want to catch the biggest smallmouth in this lake, so I put on the lobster. And it shows you right there that them little bitty fish will hit the great big lobster.
Do I like these pikes? I love these pikes, especially when they're in his rod and reel. You
I
got
don't know
one?
what species it is yet.
It's a bass.
Is it a bass?
It is a bass, yeah. Trust me, it's a bass. Get him out. There you go. No. Now you got him tied up.
Come on around there.
What do you got on?
Salty or sexy dog.
Salty dog.
And a fish coming sideways. As you see on this week's show, the fish were in like a flux. They were in between lots of different patterns at this time of year. So we literally had to throw the tackle box at them. Sure ate the lobster. As I said, we were literally throwing the tackle box at them. Well, it's not really a tackle box, it's a toolbox filled with tools that will help you catch fish. Now, when it comes to catching smallmouth in Canada or bass anywhere on soft plastics, my first go-to bait is the rage tail crawl. Let me tell you something, don't go anywhere without some in the summer crawl pattern. And if you want to catch a bigger fish, get a bigger bite, sometimes just upsize that, and you can do that by using the rage tail lobster. You know, when we dug into our toolbox or tackle box a little deeper, instead of fishing on the bottom, we were also catching them on top. And there's no better topwater baits than the KVD Sexy Dog, the Splash, and the Strike King Spitting King. Those are topwater baits that every angler needs to have in his toolbox.
Might check him on the bump board. I got one right there. See me coming up. Oh, that's a good one. Get him out of them treetops. Come on, let's stay out of them trees. That's that little chunker. Hey, it's a chunker. You know, we just come off this deeper, darker bank, which I thought would have been perfect for topwater, rather than this old flat, mucky bottom. And the good news is I was wrong. Let's see what we got here. But the bad news, I was wrong. The good news is the fish is right. And that's what we're looking for. Now, this has been logged out, and you can see out through here, there's a lot of stumps cut off. So if you get one on, you got to have something. I'm using a regular, what they call a topwater rod, and you got to muscle them out. If not, they're going to get hung up in there. But what a pretty fish. What a way to start the morning. I tell you what, we've caught a few fish already. We're just getting started. We'll be right back with more Outdoors in the Heartland right after this.
Outdoors in the Heartland is brought to you by Ford and your quality Ford dealers. Strike King, #1 in fishing lures. Triton Boats, we take America fishing. Matthews Archery. And Gilbreth's Taxidermy, the official taxidermist of Outdoors in the Heartland.
There. Come on back here, girl. We got a double. There's nothing any better than these acrobatic things.
I would love to catch them on a topwater bait, but there's no sense in me following you with a topwater bait, and just like right there behind you, I catch a good one on a lobster.
I had just thrown there with the topwater.
And this fish didn't want topwater, but he sure ate the lobster. The thing about fishing up here is we fish for 30 minutes and it probably 10, 15 fish, and Bob's complaining fishing ain't very good today already. So up here, a slow day is a pretty good day of fishing. It really is.
What I did, I changed up. There's a big flat rock out here, and Larry's caught them year after year, kind of pull up in there and trying to bed. And I put one of the KVD suspending jerk baits on. And two things that really makes that bait work: sun and a little ripple on the water. And for some reason, we just got a little gust of wind, so I picked it up. And that was probably a 3.5, 4 pound fish. And you can see pretty well he came up, he just slapped at it, came back, twitched it. What you do is just use, I like a medium rod. I'm using 12-pound test, Bass Pro Shop, carbon light. Works real well for backbone. I probably did not execute real well on a hook set, but that fish never got the goodie out of him, but we got to see him on film and got a quick release, so that's all good. There we go, fish on. Well, I just changed up. We pulled into a spot. We got a little wind. We got some sun blowing into this bank, and I just put on a spinner bug. And this is actually, I think, going to be a pretty good fish. Look at that pretty fish. Now here, I'm going to a medium heavy, using 15-pound test. And if I can get this girl to come up here, actually, good fish. Whew, that's what we're looking for, Larry. Yeah. They just don't get any better than that. Well, right here we're sitting in about 22 foot of water. This point kind of comes out, good hard bank, but we have caught in the past a lot of fish off of it. I kind of changed up, put the spinner bait down, and picked up a jerk bait. There's one right there. Smallmouth, good one. Hey, good one. No giant, but it's a pretty good fish. Okay, come on back here. Seems to be by himself. Come here. Come here, girl. There we go. Fish not on. All of a sudden the critters are coming out. He's got that line in his mouth. He's gonna break that off. The wrong species. And I did catch the wrong kind of fish. I was excited there that I just caught a good crankbait fish. I didn't really need him. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. For smallmouth like this, you're gonna catch a variety of fish. Along with smallmouth, you might catch a walleye. Good chances of catching a walleye on these lakes, and a really good chance of catching pike. But one of the key things after you've caught a few fish like that, make certain You can go in here, grab that line while it's wet, and just kind of feel up it. And actually, I feel a couple little nicks in there, and just as you've seen right there, a little bitty nick, the smallest of nick that most people wouldn't pay any attention to, would cost you a fish and cost you a nice little bait. That's what we're right. Look, right species. Come here, girl. Come here. Yep, got a little bit bigger than I thought it was. They just don't get any better than that. And that's why we make this long trip to Canada.